Hey TikTok, how are you? It's Deborah Hanlon. I'll give you guys, I don't know, a few minutes to jump on. I should have taken a sip of this before I started. It is Monday night, November 1st, and it's time for live together. So hopefully you are following my page and you are getting a notification that I'm on right now. Hey Patty, you have been on my mind so much lately, Patty. So just please know, even though I didn't reach out, that I am thinking of you a lot this week, actually. And if you're joining, let me know if this is the first time you've ever tuned in, joined, whatever you call this, and where you're from, all of you. Let me know where you're from. I don't know there's another little screen popping up for me. Points needed for ranking. I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna ignore it now, but whatever. So if you have joined before, also let me know that you've been on here before. Let me know if you've actually set your clocks for Monday nights at this time. I don't think so, but hello, Veranda. Georgia. Hello. Second time, Oregon. Hello, Becky. Hello, Toronto. Let's see, and Patty's here. There's about 15 of you. Long time no see. I think I came on here last week. Maybe it wasn't Monday night though. Oops, did I change the color of the screen? I hate all these different colors. Is that where I was? I don't even know. I don't know. We're gonna leave it there. Although I look dark and depressing. But anyway, let's see. Long time no see. I'm seeing all these comments. Let me know where you're from. Let me know. Let me feel your energy. Let me see you. Even though you can see me and I can't see you. Chronic viewer in my hood. I like that. Thank you, Julie. Nevada is here. Florida, Connecticut. I just love this so much. While everybody's kind of coming in and joining, I'm going to remind all of you that I do these Sunday night meditations. If you want to try it for free, you just email my office. My email is in my profile listed on my main page, but it's hello@deborahhanlon.com. So if you want to try it for free, just send an email to my office, say, saw Deb on TikTok, wanted to try her Sunday night meditations. It's 8 p.m. Eastern, so depending on where you are in the world, it's every Sunday night. And if you want to join for free, I want to welcome you into what the members of the group call our group. They named it themselves the tribe. They say, welcome to the tribe. So Connecticut and Charlottesville and Illinois, Nevada. Let's see, where else? Lots of people joining in. So I'm going to wait for everyone to come in. Basically Monday nights, hello from New York. Hello. Monday nights I come on here to do, and don't ask any questions just yet, just hold on, because there's a method to my madness. I need to kind of, even though I can't see all of you, I still start to, I guess I would say, feel all of you, even though if you don't comment or anything, even if you're just watching this, I'm still reaching out. If you're listening to me, then my energy field knows you're listening, and I sort of reach out to that. It's the best way I can kind of explain it. It's not like I'm literally in your house with you or anything creepy like that, but oh, thank you, adore something. Thank you so much for that. You sent to Saturn. That is fun. I've got to look that up. So I just, no problem. For those of you, just apologize. I just like to get myself situated and start putting I call it my psychic sonar, my intuitive sonar out there. So I start putting energy out, and then I start to feel what I call bounce backs of energy. But I'll explain Monday nights. I'll explain what I do. I'll take generalized questions too if you guys want generalized questions, although my entire TikTok page is full of your questions. So if you have generalized questions about energy and the afterlife and how do you connect to your loved ones and how does this whole thing work, how does your intuition work, intuitive development, personal development, how do we live our lives better, all those questions you can ask me on any one of my videos, and then I will reply to your generalized questions. That's literally what my whole page is about, you answering your questions. But on these lives, I come on so that I can answer more of your intuitive questions and mediumship as well. And what that means is, don't do it yet. Not yet. I'm not ready. But you can ask me like, is this relationship going to work out? Am I ever going to meet somebody? Am I ever going to get married? I'm going to tell you, don't do that. Don't. But whatever. Don't listen to me on that. People will say, medical intuition, name vibration, which I love when you give me the first and middle name of someone who is still physically here, and I can tell you a little bit about their personality, their characteristics, their strengths, their weaknesses, a little bit about like where they're going, things to look out for, whether it's physical things to look out for, like be careful, they're always going to get prone to sore throats or whatever. Or you could ask about mediumship. So if you want me to connect you briefly with a loved one who has passed, the rule for that is to give me their first name and how they're related to you. So, and don't do it yet, please, not yet. I know, all of a sudden I'm going to see like a ton of like scrolling going on. The reason why I ask you for their first name and how they're related is in this situation where I can't see all of you, I don't literally know who's in front of me right now. That just helps me focus and narrow down. Like instead of me just saying anyone and everywhere come to me, I'm going to try to focus it. Although sometimes I do say, I don't know who this belongs to, but I'm getting this person, blah, blah, blah. There is something that's called a parallel message. And this is really important whether you're listening to my channel or any other intuitive channel, that there's no such thing as coincidence. So if I'm answering someone else's question or I'm connecting to a loved one for one of you, and everything I say to that person is also making sense for you, that's not coincidence. That's not coincidence that 2 people or 10 people or 100 people would be on the same live with the same question asked or me wanting to connect with the same name and all the information is the same as yours. That's not coincidence. So that's what I call a parallel message. A parallel message means I'm talking specifically to someone else, but it's also for you listening in as well. So the more you pay attention to what I'm telling others, the more you'll get out of the time we have here together. I'll leave it at that. I teach intuitive development. I have a lot of classes coming up, particularly starting in January. I'll have an entire intuitive life coaching series for 10 weeks starting. So if you want to get on in the know of when I release that and open that up, you can email my office or just join my mailing list at deborahhanlon.com. But that's where I can teach you practical everyday awarenesses in order to upgrade your own life. And I say upgrade because no matter where you're at, whether you're at like just the bottom of the barrel right now, or you're totally anxious, or you're just really grieving, or you're living your best life, wherever you are on the scale, we could always go up a notch. So my intuitive life coaching is all about personal awareness and how do we look inward for our personal awareness to upgrade our life, go to the next level, get that job, actually have the relationships we like and enjoy, liking ourselves, feeling really connected in your actual body and in yourself. So that's coming in January. I also have 9 spots available for what's called a Primordial sound meditation workshop in December, and that is where I will teach you the art of meditating with a mantra, and then I will give you a very personalized, specific mantra to you based on your astrological chart. And I keep that class pretty small, so I only have 9 spots left for that, and that will be in December. And then, of course, every Sunday, my guided meditation classes at 8 o'clock. So lots and lots and lots of stuff coming up. So, hello, fellow Hanlon. Hanlon is not a common name here, so I love to hear and see and meet fellow Hanlons. Let's see. Okay, Empress. So I'm going to start answering your questions. Please only ask your question once. I will scan and look for your question. If you want To connect with the loved one, you must write their first name and how they're related to you. And or you can ask an intuitive question. And that's more about, something about the here and now, in the future, like job, relationship, am I going to move, medical intuition. You can give me name vibration, which is you give me the first and middle name of someone who's still physically living. And I can kind of tap into their energy field. So let's see. Let me scroll backward. What do we comment if we want a living person's personality analysis? Just their first and middle name. Thank you for that question. Empress, I want to, I just lost it. Empress. My eyes fell upon your name and I don't even know if it was your question. And I will try to get to as many of you as possible. I promise. I try my hardest because honestly, I always say this and I'm like half joking, but totally half serious. The more of you I get to, the more of you are like, holy shit, she's pretty cool. And the more of you want to know more about me. So it is in my best interest to get to all of you, I wouldn't be able to get to all of you, but as many of you as possible. Oh, cool. I'm just looking up and it's 222 people in here, 222. So I promise you, I really want to, you really do matter to me, that I could feel the intensity of all of you wanting to hear something. So you matter. So hang on, hang in there with me. And Empress, could you rewrite what you wrote? Because I know you were saying I'm feeling lost, and that then I lost you. Okay. All right. Okay, this is for Yvette Marie. Whoever wants to do name vibration on Yvette Marie. She's pretty, I almost think people overthink her. What do I mean by that? Her energy field feels so simple that it almost appears complicated. So let me expand on that more. She's pretty much what you see is what you get. But I think everyone around her is either thinking there's more to her, or, oh, she's not sharing something, or, oh, she's very private, and, oh, she always holds things to herself, but she doesn't. She's pretty what you see is what you get. So make sure you validate this for me. Let me know if this makes sense to you. What you see is what you get, so you really have to trust her. She feels actually very solid and calm and steady within herself, which is really, in my view, all we want from ourselves and our loved ones in the physical. She feels, it's going to sound like such a silly analogy. She feels like the wind to me. She just goes with the flow. She blows with what needs to happen. I don't sense a stubbornness with her, but I do think someone around her is seeing her as very stubborn. But I would challenge, I don't know if that's you who are asking the question, or if you know somebody around her that's saying no, she's so stubborn, she doesn't listen to anyone. And that's actually not true. She's just really, really, really deeply certain of who she is and what she wants and what she doesn't want. And you can't get Yvette really to do what you want her to do. But I don't feel like she's fights this or boisterous. I feel like it's more okay, thanks, but no thanks. I almost want to say a sweetness to her, but it's an internal sweetness that I don't think is projected out or makes sense to everybody else around her. So I don't know who wrote that, but let me know if that makes sense to you or not, you guys. You could totally say no, Deb, you make no sense to me. That's totally not it. I might challenge you on that, but I probably won't. I don't want people to just yes me. So I always say, I have 3 sons. They've what the hell with this freaking filter? I hate that it moves. You won't hurt my feelings. Let's see. Sweets, 1962. You want to connect with Eric, your husband, who died 4 years ago. Can you let me know if he passed of super fast like this? I was here and then I'm not. So that doesn't mean oh yes, he was here for days. This is immediate passing. because I kept getting this man that passed. I almost think his actions caused his passing. So that could be either like I was drinking and driving, although I do not think that's the case for Eric. But there's something, because there is apologies coming with this person's energy. And my eyes looked up and saw Eric, my husband. I actually think it is for you. Wait, I have to fix my camera because it's like falling forward and making it hard for me to see. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's so many of you. She said he did. Okay, you guys are so good. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. He did pass fast. Okay. He has apologies for his passing, and anytime I hear energies on the other side, which is the worst phrase ever, there's no other side. They're right here. But I say other side even though it's like the worst phrase. It's not, there's no other side, that they're like way over there. So it just pisses me off that phrase exists, and it pisses me off even more that I use it, but I use it because it's what we're all familiar with. But he is showing me apologies. When they apologize, it usually means their actions caused their passing or contributed to their passing. He is happy with, like, I don't know if you had like if you have a chimney or a fireplace and you like got the fire going, or there's like a fire pit or something, but he's instantly kind of tongue-in-cheek teasing you about, he's proud that you got the fire started. This is like a good thing. It's not like, oh my God, a fire hit our house. It feels like, it's good that you got the fire started. So it feels kind of, joking, but like sarcastically joking. He also does show me that he's with dad, so it's either your dad or his dad. Thank you, Evita, for that rose. Your dad or his dad is with him on the other side. By the way, everybody, all your loved ones meet your loved ones. In fact, now that you and I are in contact, even if I'm not speaking to you directly, you are tuning into me and you are thinking about your loved ones. So your loved ones and my loved ones who have died are meeting up right now. Isn't that cool? And just don't give me any more information other than their name and how they're related to you. Like, don't tell me anything else, please. Aw, green eyes. I think you're listening because you're asking about your daughter's tuition. I think you're listening to someone else who's telling you that's a mistake, but truly, if that feels right to you and that makes you feel like you are doing the best thing, then I'm getting even chills saying that. So then do that. But I feel like you have somebody else's voice telling you not to do that, and that's their voice and their ideas are not sitting well with you. So just really listen to what feels right for you. And then you have to hold Bella, because she's a little, not tricky in like a bad way, but she doesn't really get it, and I feel like that's kind of like all kids today that have any sort of privilege whatsoever. Privilege could be that they just have a stable, warm home is privilege. That she doesn't even understand the sacrifices. She feels very normal, like a regular teenage kid, or just a regular kid that doesn't understand. But I would absolutely let her know, like, she needs to start saving for her next year and put it on her, so that she does get a bit of that sense of like, okay, this is meaningful. This means something to me. But I think you are trying to listen to someone else telling you, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And that's just not sitting well with you. So always follow your true gut. That's for all of you. Thank you, Evita. I don't know if this is for you when you said David, my son. I'm looking for it again. I saw it a moment ago. David, my son. Oh, thank you for all these roses. Kirsty and Maggie and Tracy. I don't know if this is for David, my son, but again, thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, V. Gomez. There is a younger male also here. I don't know if it's David, but that kind of lit up when I read David, that this person had very significant disabilities, like either, and I hate to even say that Down syndrome is a disability because that's like pisses me off. I don't think that's really a disability, but I know it's considered. I think it's considered, but it shouldn't. But anyway, somebody with very big limitations, on the other side, like mental limitations on the other side, they feel like they passed young, or it just could be that their personality is youthful, although I do think they're under 30. This person's coming through. So again, I don't know if this is your David or if this belongs to someone else who's tuning in, whether it's a brother or a child. But this very, very sweet kind of reminds me of the character Lenny in Of Mice and Men. Not big and tall like that. I'm not seeing stature. It doesn't mean they're not tall, but just that same sort of mental limitation. And they're coming through and saying, none of this is your fault, or those tuning in your fault. That his passing was, it's almost like a fluke. Like, it's, when I say accident, I don't mean a car accident. It's like a fluke thing that happened, and that's why he passed. And he's sharing with whoever this belongs to here that it's not your fault, and it's not the family's fault, or the four of you, so you and four others' fault that he passed. It was just like this crazy tragedy, like fluke thing. And it keeps talking about turning on and off the lights. So I don't know if that's something he did when he was physically here, or if he's talking about that's something that he's doing now that he's passed. But he's absolutely flicking the light switch on and off really, really fast. I actually thought it was something he liked to do when he was here in the physical realm, to like drive people crazy. But it could also be that he's the one that's like, it's not just on and then off, it's on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, like that kind of rhythm of lighting. So let me know if any of you, if that makes sense to you, or you know who this is, because this person is coming through. They're also talking about their dad being there as well. So they're acknowledging their father with him. Oh, I hate to see so many people with children who have passed. Ah, Green Eyes, I just saw your comment. Excellent. I know, it is sad, Kirsty, that everyone here has suffered so much grief. I'm just scanning so many people with sons who have passed. It's funny, not funny, it's certainly not funny, but I do tend to get a lot of mothers of sons who have passed as clients, and I really think that's because I'm a mother of 3 sons. I don't have any daughters, and I always just feel like there's that bond between a mother and her sons. Of course, I don't know the bond of mother and a daughter. I mean, I know my bond with my mother, but I won't talk about that. So I do always feel like I do get so many mothers of sons who have passed. Don't forget, if you want me to connect with someone who's passed, you have to give me their first name and how they're related to you. I read this when I saw my teammate Corey, so I think this person's name is Corey. Whether they're your Corey or not, I'm not sure. Somebody is showing me Corey and having a lot of, it's almost like legal issues. I don't think this is your teammate, whoever asked about the teammate, because I think that Corey passed really fast in either some sort of accident. But then there's this other Corey that's showing me that he's in a jumpsuit from jail or prison. So I don't think I have the same, I think I have 2 different Corys here. But let me know if I don't. Yeah, it's showing me he's one of 3 males, and he's very apologetic about, it's almost like causing problems for not just his family, but for others as well. And it feels like he's in prison for lots of what we call little crimes. I don't call crimes anything, but he's saying what we call is little crimes. So petty things, petty larceny, I don't know, but it's I asked him if he like harmed someone, killed someone. He's like, no, I wouldn't have done that. It's like lots of little crimes is what he's saying. So, and then he's saying that he passed after he got out, or within 2 years of him getting out. And whoever this belongs to, please claim this person so I know who I'm talking to. But he's very apologetic for the grief that he put everybody here through for these little crimes that he did. And I do feel like this is like a lifelong thing. It's not just like, oh, I got messed up and with the wrong crowd in the last few years of my life. This feels like since he's like 10 that he's always had kind of issues, lifelong issues. And I feel like he's saying that he's also with your brother. So whoever I'm talking to, and I hate when I don't know who I'm speaking to because that's just too willy-nilly for me. But he's saying that he's also has your brother with him, but that they don't get in trouble on the other side. So they're not like doing things that will make them like troublemakers, although nobody on the other side is a troublemaker at all. So do any of you know who the hell I'm talking to? I think his name is also Corey. I really do. And yes, your Corey is the oldest of 3 brothers, car accident. Okay, so yeah, that's that Corey, and then this is this Corey, because I don't think I hate this filter thing. God, I gotta tell you guys about my hair. It's really a problem today. But I know, you guys are like, we don't care about your hair. It's fine, Deborah. Just read us. I want the best filter. I don't know what it is. I feel yuck. So that's a different Corey, the prison person. But once I see the name, I could like dial the wrong Corey. But your Corey feels like that fast passing car accident, very playful, very lighthearted. I almost want to say like a gentle, playful. It's like a big kid is what he reminds me of, like as if he's like forever 9. I know he was older than 9 years old, probably 18, 19, 20 years old, but he's like forever a kid. Like he's up for anything. Super fun, super eager. There's an eagerness to the teammate Corey, that the person who originally asked the question. And do you know if it like took them a long time to get him out of the car? Because he's saying that he was aware of the time it took to leave, like to get out of the car, not to leave his body. So I'm asking him, like, were you already past and seeing this, or were you conscious and seeing this? And he's showing me the scene from above, so that means he's probably talking about that he was already past, but it took a long time to get out of the car. It kind of reminds me of like that Princess Diana car accident where like they had to like cut the top off, and so let me know if that makes sense. But he's really like fun sweetheart. That's how I would sum him up. He also likes that I know you mentioned he's a teammate, so it must be the team or the group. I'm assuming it's the team. Everyone signed something for him, so he loved that. So you can let me know if you know what I'm talking about with that. Kelly, my BFF. And I didn't see the name of the person that wrote that, and I can't find it, but I'm gonna do Kelly, my BFF. Her passing also feels fast. She feels a little bit of like a rebel in a way. Like never gonna listen or follow rules of other people. I almost think there was either drugs or alcohol involved in her passing, because she feels really like not in the right mind based on like being under the influence of something. She also shows me another female to her side that's with her, which to their side references like being in the same peer group. So it's probably a sister or another friend. It's a female that's also with her. And when I say the other side, you guys, please know that I'm just using that phrase because everybody knows the phrase, but there's no such thing as the other side, because the other side makes us feel like they're there and we're here, and that's not how it works. They're right here. You know, I keep talking in my videos on TikTok talking about when we die, we expand beyond. We get huge. We expand beyond the confines of our body. It's not like we're like done and we're out. We become so huge and finally like connected to the whole. So like it's the opposite of what we think death is. It's like this pure, unbelievable, inconceivable connection to everyone, those we loved while we were here in the physical and beyond that happens. So Kelly feels like she's with another friend, sibling, or another female to her side, same age group, and there's a rebel to her. There's a rebellious streak. Like she's kind of like, I'm raising hell over here. I'm still not backing down. She doesn't feel rude. She feels more like life is supposed to have fun, and if we're not having fun, then what's the point? That's what she feels like to me. So let me know if that makes sense to you. Laura. Okay, Laura, that was for you, Laura. Let me know if that makes sense. David John feels very, almost like opposite you. He feels very, I have to find the word for this, like here. Almost like, I almost feel like he's like, what? Ridiculous. This is a great reading. Like I don't even know how to put it into words. And then let me know if this makes sense to you. None of this, you guys, by the way, none of this makes sense to us. As mediums, as intuitives, we have no idea what we're talking about. We just get feelings and then we like share them. But it just feels almost like unaffected and like, what? All right. Okay. Everything's very literal almost. Feels like he's really bright, but I don't think he knows his niche or where he truly like belongs, so to speak. And what I mean by belongs is more like career-wise than I mean. I don't mean socially or anything like that. I think he's very uncomplicated, which is funny. That's how I kind of described someone else earlier. It's very uncomplicated. Like what? I feel like this person, David John, is totally opposite from you, which is why you're just like, what is this guy's deal? Like, I don't understand, because you feel more of a feeling, expressive, let me tell you how I feel, and I know females are more like that typically than males are, but he just feels like, all right, sure, okay, you want to? That kind of feeling. So I don't even know who wrote that because I couldn't see your name. I don't really focus on your guys' names. I'm just looking at your comments. So let me know if that makes sense. Ooh, Estrella. I'm going to look at your name so I don't forget your guys' names. Estrella Destiny, Star Destiny. That's cool. I'd love to hear from my best friend, Kalia, who passed away. I missed her so much. Was Kalia very, so beautiful but didn't know it? So like there's like a natural beauty to her, although she is showing me that she does like her lipstick. So she's making me feel like she has amazing lips and like she knows it, like she takes care of them. And I'm seeing, first I thought it was a wind chime, but I don't think it's a wind chime. It almost reminds me of something that looks like a mobile. So like baby cribs have mobiles, but I don't think this is about a baby. Unless you just had a baby, maybe she was talking about that. But she showed me like all the designs on the mobile. So I don't know if you made one for her. Yes, this makes sense. Okay. Oh, but her lips. Okay. Or what this mobile thing is. Again, it's not chimes. It feels more like a baby's mobile, but I don't think it's for a baby. I think it's for like something artistic she made or you made, or like both of you would talk about the things that the mobile's made of. Do you know what the hell I'm talking about? I'm just looking for your comments. And she's saying that her passing surprised her too, although I don't think it doesn't feel to me that her passing was so sudden, like fast. It feels more, I don't know if she had abdomen issues or complained about an abdomen issue, but it feels like there was disruption. That's the word I want to use on the, my right side, right underneath my rib cage. I always confuse what side the liver and spleen are on and versus stomach. I think that's the stomach side. So I don't think her passing was a total shock, is what I'm saying. I don't think it took long either, like years at all, but I don't think it was like a total shock. 3 months, I mean, that's still shocking. So my words are not accurate here, but it's not overnight. She died after a year after being diagnosed. Who else around you, Estrella, had like stomach or digestive like cancer or issues that like took like 3 months? Because it could be that Kalia is bringing someone else in for you. And while you answer that, I'm going to tell you guys, my hair is making me crazy. I put hairspray in my hair on Friday night. I never use hairspray. I didn't wash my hair Saturday or Sunday because I was away for the weekend and I forgot my hair dryer. So I didn't wash my hair. I washed it today and I still have like hairspray feeling and I'm going crazy over it. Way worse problems in life, I know, but I just have to explain that to you guys because I feel like you're all my friends now. Thank you, all signs point to Gracie. That's a wink for me because somebody I know, his name is Grace. Estrella, does that make sense about the she's definitely still with you. I saw your question, but who else around you, feels female with stomach, like stomach cancer, right beyond the rib cage? That's what it feels like to me. Thank you, Inky. And celebrate. Oh my God, you guys are sending me so much that I need to. Okay, thank you guys for answering on each other's behalf. That helps me so much. So when you tell me, like, she said this, that's so helpful to me, you guys. Oh my God, thank you so much for Elizabeth for all that stuff. Okay, oh my God, I have a lot of you to do, so I need to focus. Purple Heart, tell me more specifically what your question is about career. Okay, you don't know anyone with that at this time. That would be, unless it was attached to her, like the female that passed, some sort of like stomach or upper right-hand side of the abdomen behind or near that bottom rib. Issues there. So if you told me someone had colon cancer, I'd be like, nope, that's not it, because it's not located there. It's much higher up. So maybe it's somebody she knew that she's acknowledging. Inspiration 333, Josh, your friend, he actually feels really soft and gentle and like very introspective. Like he's a big thinker. And he's still kind of joking, like, I can't believe I died. Like, what the hell? What happened? I can't even believe I'm here. But he can believe. It's not like he's like stuck thinking like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? But he's sort of very dry personality. And he is saying, there's got to be like a very creative, almost like a playwright, somebody who knows a lot about languages or the English language and like words and vocabulary. I sound so dumb. Like somebody who knows how to say words. I don't mean that. That's the way I sound, but I don't mean that. I mean like a playwright or a wordsmith or a writer, something real creative about the way he speaks. And like he uses creative vocabulary, but there's a real gentle sweetness to him. Oh, but now all of a sudden he shows me, oh, my children. My children are watching. My children just sent me a text to let me know that they're watching. He's showing me that he did create or cause his own passing. So did he pass on like drugs or alcohol? Because he's apologizing. He's shown me that he had to do something with his passing. So, or he's apologizing for his passing. My gosh, you guys, so many. Gigi Fino, Oscar, here's your dad and your baby. Your dad feels like he's actually kind of a quiet personality and like not somebody, well, I think he's a little bit of like somebody who would blow up, like, oh my God, what are you doing? Like go that kind of blow up. But when it comes to in public, he actually feels kind of low key. And I believe this is your mom's, hold on. No, it is. It's your dad's mom that actually is a much better communicator and speaker. Like she speaks a lot and she comes in to speak on your dad's behalf. And he's sending love from your grandmother. Your dad is sending love to the 7 of you. So I don't know if you're one of 7 or if you have like you and 5 siblings and mom is still here or who the 7 are, but or there's 7 grandkids to your father. He sends love to those 7. And he's saying that he is glad that he got an opportunity to, it's almost like redeem himself. Those are my words, not the exact words he's using. He's saying that like he was tough early on. And he's glad that everybody's got to see him in a much lighter light towards his passing. So that brings him so much joy that he had a lot of, he's not using the word closure, but to me, it's like that closure. Like everybody got to see me that I wasn't as tough as I was early on. So let me know if that makes sense. And the baby, your dad's mom, is the one that really is the keeper of the baby. What I mean by keeper is like the one that takes care of. But it's not only just her, but she's the one that claims the baby. Krista, you have to tell me the name of your significant other's first name. And if you're asking, like someone's asking about their twin sister, what does she want me to know? But you have to give me the first name only of the people that you guys want to connect with and how they're related to you. Friend, sibling, cousin. Oops. Okay, Lindsay is asking about Gage, my past partner. We were on bad terms when he died and I feel so guilty. Oh, that's the worst. Gage actually doesn't feel like he's very easy to get along with anybody. So I know you're saying we were on bad terms, but he feels like he has kind of this all or nothing personality and you're either all for him or you're not. And I never use the word narcissist because I honestly don't like, especially on social media, the way the word narcissist is thrown around so much. I think it's very not helpful to people who are told, oh, you were with a narcissist, because that doesn't tell you how not to be or attracted to someone who's like that. So I wouldn't call him a narcissist, but he's definitely that intense personality. It's like his way or no way. And he gets real dug in when things aren't going his way. So he's a difficult personality here in the physical life. He's going to come through as that difficult personality, but he's not. Thank you, Purple, and thank you, D-O-N. I saw that, Donna. But he's not, he's going to come in as difficult, but he's not still difficult. He actually shows me, I don't know if there was 5 years since either he passed or 5 years went by where you guys didn't see each other, but he's giving me the number of 5 years. And he actually is apologetic and he's recognizing that he was so one way. That's the word. He was one way. And did he have great hair? Because I see like amazing hair for a guy. Like it would have been a thing for him. Like he's all about his hair. And he has a lot of apologies to siblings too. I think there's definitely one sibling. There might be actually two siblings that he also kind of gave a hard time. At first I was going to say he ostracized, but I think it's just that he gave them a really hard time, probably towards the end of his life, that he does want to extend that apology. Although I don't know if you're still in touch with them to let them know that. And for those of you that don't know me well enough, I am always putting lip gloss on because I'm obsessed, because my lips are, it's an obsession. Anyway. Grandma Gladys, she's hilarious. I feel when I saw her name a couple times and I was like, okay, Gladys, come on. She's not quiet. She's not loud either, but she's not quiet. What do I mean by that? Like, as I saw her name earlier and other people were coming through and she was sort of like, let them go, let them go. But now she's sort of like, okay, Deborah, it's my turn. But so she's very funny without trying to be funny. She's very, what you see is what you get. I feel like she does have this, it's going to sound like a weird thing, but she does truly like pray for and care for others. Like she's very genuine when she actually is giving towards this, not just to her family, to anyone. Like there's I wouldn't say a religiousness as much as I would say a prayerfulness about others. So it's like she's praying for everybody listening to this right now because she's so like concerned and worried about everyone else. And she showed me the house with the new like playground or the play set or, oh my God, what do you call that? Like a swing set. So I don't know if that's your house and she's acknowledging that you just put this in so that you know that she's watching over, or where the house is with this new like swing set type of thing. But she's really enjoying watching the dynamic right off the patio on the swing set and like the backyard. Obviously, it's not like at a park. I'm not at a park. I'm in like your backyard. And she does want to acknowledge she's loud. She's loud. Like, you guys, when I say loud, that never refers to volume. It's about personality, like the personality. Like, wow, you can really hear her. But she's chatty. And she says that she absolutely is the bird that comes right by your like deck or patio, or like right on the railing is what she's showing me. So she's saying, yep, that's absolutely me. And she says you already know she's around. So like you already, like you acknowledge her when she's around already. So you already know. So she wants you to know that she knows that. Thank you, guys. Thank you for saying thank you. Purple Heart, career. Will I get a salary increase soon? By March. So I don't know what soon is. Soon, like to you, were you looking for 2 weeks? March is still soon to me, but I don't know if that's soon to you. But by March, 2022, March. Ooh, Tracy, all those hearts and prayers. Tracy, did your mom pass of lung issues or have like a smoker's voice or a raspy voice like this, a little bit like this? When I try to imitate the voice, I make myself laugh. But does she have that? Let me know. That way I'll know if I'm with your mom. Or I think I called you Tracy, but your mom is Tracy. I'm reading. Oh my God, there's so many of you. I'm waiting for your response. If that's not your mom, that's okay, but I'm hearing a mom, and she did not. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I like when you guys help me out. I hear a woman that she's claiming to be someone here's mother. She doesn't feel very old, so I would say late 50s, early 60s. Like, it doesn't feel like this is like an 80-year-old. Definitely had lung issues because of her voice is like very raspy. She's very salty, snarky, says it like it is. She doesn't like when I interrupt her. She's like, let me do the talking, all right? Like she makes you feel like she's known you her whole life and your whole life the moment she meets you, because she doesn't filter anything. There's no filter on this woman. She feels tiny to me. Now, you guys, I'm about 6 feet tall, so like all of you feel tiny to me. But in stature, she feels not only height, but like she feels skinny and tiny to me. And she's saying that something about the laundry machine. Like, I don't know if there was a thing where she was like known for doing good laundry, or you're known for like making, you know how some people have like that really good smelling laundry, which I want to know how you guys do that, because I want that and I don't have that. But she's saying something about the laundry, the person with like doing the great laundry. So whose mom am I talking about? Like I said, she did not pass old. I don't think she couldn't have been more than 65. Even that feels kind of old to me. Not that 65 is old. I'm saying like this person. Oh, these freaking filters. I hate them. Oh, this one's called youth. I do not think it makes me look youthful. But she's like, oh, honey, let's go. Just keep going. Shush. Like, don't talk about yourself. Like, she's very, like, no filter whatsoever. And she's saying that she wasn't going to let anyone touch her. Like, she wasn't going to have doctors. She wasn't going to let, they don't know what they're talking about. So this woman is saying that she took, like, matters in her own hands. And it's okay that the family kind of forced her to get care, and she is acknowledging that like the family forced her to get care. Who am I talking to? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Did you guys even answer that? Yeah, she is a mother figure. Yep. She's acknowledging like being your mom did that. Okay. She corrects everybody. She's not like politically correct at all, but that's kind of what's endearing about her. Like, you kind of can't help but like her, because you're just like, you know what? She's totally in her truth. Like, she's not bullshit. She's so not a bullshitter, because she says it just like it is. And she's saying that you, whoever you are that needs to listen, needs to clean off your dining room table. Like, you have too much shit on there, which I think it's kind of like pot calling kettle black, because she doesn't strike me as someone who's very meticulous, but she's now telling you to like clear things off. I don't think I know someone said that my mom was 76. She feels, I think no later than 62, 63. Like, she feels kind of young. Doesn't feel really religious. She doesn't feel religious to me. She hasn't made any indication of being religious. I know a lot of you are asking that. Yeah, she feels kind of young when she passed. And she's saying that one of her daughters she didn't get along with, and they came around later, and she's talking about her kids, like they made her get treatment. And she understands why they made her, even though she's like adamant about like that. This wasn't like, I told them just let me go. I'm not going to see doctors, but then I listened to them. So there you have it. Like, she's very funny without trying to be funny. I don't mean like a comic. I mean, just like, life's a bitch and then you die. I don't think she's ever without a cigarette, like ever, even in her dying days. And she showed me that there's either in her house now, there was a view of a river or a fairly big stream, moving body of water, we'll call it that. And she was grateful. I don't feel like she ever expressed that she really enjoyed this view. So it's either her house when she was here or your house now that she really, like, I don't think she would ever say that she likes something here in life, And she's sort of validating now, like, yeah, that's kind of nice. But she feels more of a complainer of like, that's bullshit, that's this, they should do this, blah, blah, than someone that would ever say, I love you, or ever say like, wow, I appreciate this. Like she's not someone who is able to say those things. But now she's acknowledging like that body of water that you could see right outside the window from the house. She loves that and she appreciates that view. That's her message. That's also your way of whoever I'm talking to know that she's still around in the here and now. Thank you for all these roses. Oops. Oh no. The chat. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Lorena. Oof. Claudia, you said your daughter was murdered. And I just want to make sure I read her name again. Hold on, I have to scroll back. Candace. I'm scrolling back again to find your name. Candace's mom. Now I can't. Okay, Claudia. Claudia, do you have, I know this is going to sound dumb, but do you have 1,000 followers or more on TikTok? And the reason why I'm asking that is if you want to go live with me, but it's TikTok rules, not mine, that you have to have 1,000 followers or more in order to do that. So if you do, just press, let's see, this button right there, you guys. And those of you with 1,000 followers or more, you can try to come on live with me. I'm specifically looking for Claudia right now. If she doesn't have that, that's fine. I'll still answer your question, but I think it would be even better if we can go face to face, if you want to, of course. She has 620. I can send a guest request. I thought I have to, hold on, new request will appear here. It's toggled on. She needs 1,000 to do that too. That's so stupid. 600 is a lot too. It's so stupid. That's not my rule, but I want to be able to like speak to you. So Claudia, let me know that you're still here. But Candace, does she have 2 children? Because she sends instantly, when I hear and tune into just her name, she sends love to the 2 others. So that usually is my 2 kids, or if she doesn't have children, it could be 2 siblings, but she's sending love to the 2 immediately. Yeah, TikTok does have dumb rules. Just waiting for Candace to respond if she knows what the 2 is. She's also acknowledging someone who moved after she passed, and that person, and it feels like an immediate circle. It's not just like a friend of hers, you know, it feels like someone in the immediate family that 3 children. Thank you guys. You guys are the best for answering for each other. I thank you so much when you guys help me out with that. She sends love to the 2. And the only time they send love to the 2, then it can't be her kids that she's talking about. So there has to be like 2 siblings or the 2 others here, because she would not leave one of her kids out. So she's sending love to the 2 instantly. And not the second one either. It's not just the second one. What was I saying before that? Shoot, hold on. Yeah, someone who moved. So someone in the immediate family thinks or is worried that she's not going to know where they are because everyone moved, or they moved after she passed. And she's kind of laughing about like, of course I know where you are. It doesn't matter that you moved. after I pass, or you're talking about moving and you're worried, like, but she won't know where to find us. And she's like laughing at you guys, like, of course I know where you are. Wherever you are is where I'm going to be. So she's telling you guys not to worry about the whole move and not knowing where she is. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's a good idea, guys, to hold the comments while I'm doing a reading, because that way I can connect with that person. So that would be helpful. That's a great suggestion. So where is my Claudia? Thank you guys for helping me. I should have stated that. I don't see Claudia. Is Claudia still on here? Claudia said she moved. Thank you. So if you're the one that's saying, like, oh my gosh, she's not going to know. She's like, of course I know where you are. Of course I know. She is saying that her hair is fine. And I don't know if she had a really bad, and I'm sorry to even bring this up, but injury to her jaw or face. But she's wanting you to know, like, oh no, mom, look at me. I'm beautiful. Like, she's very, when I say full of herself, I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't mean that in an arrogant way. She's very much like, look at me. Like, look how stunning I am. Don't worry about me. And she's not vain, but she definitely cares about her appearance. I mean, what female doesn't, right? But she's being very, like, adorable, especially about her face and her jaw. So all of you guys can let me know what she's saying, because I can't really see her comments specifically. So if you guys let me know if she's commenting, that would be helpful. I don't know if there's two people involved. I know you said she's murdered, but I don't know if there's two people involved or two people. Yes, please hold all comments while I'm doing the reading. That'll make everything much easier for everybody, especially when I come to you. Then you don't have to worry about me not being able to see your messages. She said her husband killed her. And it feels like someone else knew about this. Not premeditated, but someone else also knew right after it happened, like on his side, so to speak. She's hilarious, though. I have to say, Candace is like a breath of fresh air. She is absolutely hilarious. She's dancing like crazy. She's like, are you kidding me? Look at me. Look at me. She's showing me that she's got a half shirt on and she's showing off her stomach, and like that she's like all fit now. So she wants you to make sure you know that she's like got it all going on. She wants to know why you can't wear a necklace. Now, I don't know if it's a necklace of hers or if it was a necklace someone gave to you after she passed, but she's saying that you can't wear this. You won't wear this because it's too hard, it's too painful. And she's like, why are you not wearing that? Wear it. Go ahead, wear it. So it could be for her or one of her kids, but yeah. The son saw it happen. Oh my God. Is that number 2? Do you know? No, she's telling me no anyway, so it's not what that means before. Hold all comments. Yes, hold all comments while I'm doing a one-to-one reading. That way, when it comes to your turn, you'll know that I'll be able to connect with you directly as well. Do you know if, like, because Candace is saying, like 3 weeks before, or I don't think it was 3 days, but very shortly before this happened, it's like she finally got away. So, I just got chills on that. So she bought her jewelry. She wants to acknowledge that, like she had made the decision to get away and was like in that process to get away. Let me know if that makes sense. Yeah, how do you make somebody your moderator? How do you do that? I feel like for some reason, there's like someone else involved with this though. So I know it's the husband, but like, did someone else try to cover for him at first or something? Which, they were divorced a short time. Okay, yes. You guys are awesome. Thank you. I do need a moderator. I just don't know how to do that. If you guys know how to do that, inbox me. But she's saying she's wondering why you don't wear that necklace. And like, she wants you to remember she's dancing and singing. Like, she's happy. She's not in pain. And that, like, she did try to get away. Like, obviously she was divorced, so she did get away. But 3 weeks before, either that's when she put order of protection, or there was something about 3 weeks before. And I still think someone like knew on his side, knew this was going to happen, if that makes sense. Are 2 of her kids in care of one, like under one person's care and one under another? Does that make sense, Claudia? Yeah, everyone else, you can hold your comments. You guys are doing great. You're so good, you guys. I'm like so impressed. See, I believe people are really good at heart. I really do. Click on BM Keeks, make moderator. Hold on, let me try this. It doesn't say I can make her moderate. It says block, report, mute, or reply when I do that. Okay, so let's see. Claudia, what did I just say? I don't even remember already because I'm trying to like remember the comments. Something about our 2 kids with one child, the minor, goes between 2 grandparents. Okay. I do private readings. Yes, that's on my website. Because that's the one she's actually most worried for. Not like, she's got it handled, so it's nothing like you have to do. She's not giving me any kind of like, please do this. Oh my gosh, it's not that. But she's saying like she's with that one the most because they're back and forth. And there's one of her kids is a namesake to a grandmother. So I'm assuming this is a daughter that also has a namesake. Either it's a namesake to you or namesake of your mother or grandmother, if that makes sense. And she's telling you to take care of your like shins and ankles. Do you get not bloating, what do you call it? Like swelling there down by your shins and ankles, or is that just something that's going on right now? Because she's saying like you gotta tell her she better take care of that. I almost think it's like happening right now. So she's wanting you to take care of that, of yours. So where's settings? Hold on. I'm gonna have to set this up for next time. Enhance, what does enhance mean? Share. I don't even see settings. That one was gonna end it. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to play around, you guys, because I don't see settings and I'll probably disconnect something. You get swelling. Yeah, so she's making sure you say like, Ma, you gotta take care of that. Like that's not something that's gonna go away on its own. And you're like, not that you're ignoring it, but I don't think you think it's like something like that you should get looked at. It's like, oh, I was on my feet all day. Of course they're gonna swell. And she's saying, no, you need to get that looked at. And did you cut a piece of her hair and keep a piece of her hair? Because she's acting like she's pissed. Like, what'd you do? What'd you take my hair for? But she's totally not pissed at all. But that's her personality. It's sort of like, she likes to be very, like, sparring, funny, like, playful. So she's acknowledging someone taking a lock of her hair after she's passed. You guys are so good. Yeah, it's best if you hold your comments until I'm done with the readings. Yes, her dad did. So you can tease her dad about like, what the hell did you do? But she's totally fine and happy. This is her way of acknowledging that she knows that he did that. She's not pissed, but she's pretending and acting like she's pissed. Oh, I get it. It's not that someone else on his side knew. It's that she told someone else. That's what it is. I get chills on this. She told someone else that this was going to happen, not you. It's someone else on her ex-husband's side. Like, listen, you got to talk to him. He's going to do this. And she's saying that's the person that had the, who was also not involved. Like, they didn't cause it, of course, but it was like they ignored it and they knew that this was going to happen, or they knew that he was on his way over, whatever this is. But that's what she's saying, that's why it's not really literally two people involved, but it's someone else on his side did know, and she told them, like, listen, you got to pull him back. I don't know if it's a brother or sister of his, a parent. So let me know if that makes sense. And she's saying you guys didn't really even get to get her things either. Like it's like crazy that you didn't even get to have her things. You didn't get to go in to get her belongings. So she's like thinking that was crazy. And who's like JoJo or JJ? It's like a repetitive, I don't know if it's a nickname or a literal name. I don't know if it's her son. No, you didn't. Okay. I don't know if it's her son you mentioned, or it's the name. Riri, Ray, something like that. Who is that? I think she's actually referring to one of her kids. My little moderators in here are the best. I appreciate it because you guys recognize AJ. Okay, now is that her son? Is that who AJ is? Because she does worry about this little one. I don't know how little he is. I hate TikTok. Well, no, I don't hate TikTok, but I'm mad that like we can't come on live because it'll be so much faster for you, because these are extreme circumstances when someone is murdered, and it's especially when it's your child who's murdered, not like anyone else getting murdered is fine. I want to spend time with you. I'm waiting for that response. I'd love to hear. Oh, that's Caroline. Her husband's brother. That might be the person then that she told, like, hey, this is going to happen. So you have to check in on that. But you mentioned the son that saw her, and I was asking her if she has any specific messages for him. And I don't think he thinks that there's something he could have done, where I know a lot of people, or children especially, would, hey, Mike, would think that they could do, that he could step in, but she's telling me like he doesn't think that he could have. Like, it's not like he's regretting that. I don't know if that means he's too young. It could be that he was too young. And did you get literally a tattoo on your wrist for her? And are you totally someone who's never gotten a tattoo before, because she can't believe, the person, which I actually think is you, that she can't believe that you got a tattoo like for her, because it's like not your thing. You don't normally get tattoos. So this is shocking her. And I'm going to kind of wrap her up a little bit, but she's saying like she's dancing, and her face and like right here, her jaw is totally fine. Like, she's still beautiful, and she's liking her. You know what I mean? She's liking herself. You got a tattoo. She can't believe it. So that tells me like you don't normally have a tattoo, but she can't believe it, but she loves that you did. All right, I'm gonna pull my energy back a little bit. Thank you for my moderators for totally holding that space for Claudia, because that is, I mean, think about it. If we could put ourselves in Claudia's shoes, I mean, I don't even think we could, because it's so tragic when someone you love is murdered, let alone your child, let alone by their spouse. So thank you for holding that space for her. All right. Teamwork. That's exactly correct. And you guys proved to me that, like, humans are good. I truly believe this. Humans are mostly good. We mostly want to help each other. There are a few shitheads on the planet that are really just sick and they don't want to help others. But I think they are so far and few between. So I believe humankind is so amazing and we show up for each other, especially in time of need. So thank you for that, ladies. Okay. Let's see. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's right. Our loved ones are always around. Oh my God, soulmate was murdered. Another person murdered. This is crazy. And what I'm doing now is I'm just kind of scanning, and then anything that jumps out at me, I connect with that person. No one's jumping out at me yet. Hold on, I'm still scrolling, because you guys have been, hanging on here for so long. Thank you for your kind words the other day. I hope I had kind words. I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys. Like, I believe in kindness and goodness and lifting each other up. But, like, when I'm pissed off, like, you're going to like, I wouldn't be pissed off at you guys, but I'm not all love and light in my own life. Just ask my own family members. Oh, it's so funny. Okay, twin sister Bruna. I've been waiting for you to tell me what your twin sister's name is. She died a few days after we're born. Okay, that also makes sense why I couldn't get a sense of her. Three things. One, it's like you really do have to disconnect yourself from, when I say your parents, I don't mean like leave your parents, but it's like almost like cut the cord or disconnect your energy. It's like you're too attached, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, especially when it's a parent, because hopefully we're attached to our parents, but this makes me feel like you're too attached. So that could either be like you're enabling or they're enabling you. That part I don't know. Might be that they're enabling you. Sorry, you're not gonna like me after that. And also like really rethink a relationship. And this feels like an intimate relationship. Now, if you've been happily married for 20 years, then obviously we're not talking about your intimate relationship. But that's something you have to get a little bit more clearer on, like, what do you want for yourself? And you can go after what you want for yourself, but you can't expect others to provide it for you. It's kind of like your expectations of others are way too high, and you need to turn that expectation back onto yourself. Does that make sense? That's the message. Let's see. Ooh, what's that astronaut? Thank you, Brian or Brianna and TB. Thank you. I'm just laughing at some comments. I'm a waste of time, but yet they're hanging out with me. That's weird. You have all the power in your control, my friend, to turn away, but you'd rather just be like on here and make comments. Like, that's hilarious. You could stay. I'm fine. I mean, we can entertain you if you need entertaining. That's totally fine. But when something's a waste of my time, I just turn it off. but I don't like drama, so I just do that. Okay. Oh, how do I get over my fear? Thank you. How do I get over my fear of the finality of death? Oof, that's a great one. Please attend my meditation class. I haven't mentioned that, you guys. Meet me, talk to me. Let me see you face to face on Zoom every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's recorded, but I'd much rather see you live. So if you can come live, please just come live, because I really, truly, genuinely love to meet you. I've been leading meditation classes for 18 years. They've all translated or transferred onto Zoom because of COVID, and I'm loving it because I'm meeting people from all over the world now. So to get a free code to attend for free to try it, because maybe you don't like it. So if you don't like it, no harm, no foul. But that's just email my office, hello@deborahhanlon.com. It's written in my bio and my profile on my main page. So it's hello@deborahhanlon.com. Make sure you spell Deborah, Deborah. Email my office and say, saw Deb on TikTok last night. Just want to know if I can attend one of her virtual meditations on Sunday nights. And then she will send you your own private code to attend our group. So what I do there is I lead guided meditation, but afterwards we process it. And if whatever your experience is, whether you have no experience or an incredibly profound experience, or you have questions about energy, I work with you and you can ask me face to face those kind of questions. So that, I think, really would help you with your finality, that fear of finality, because it's not final. It's not final at all. It's quite the opposite of final. It's just that you've been taught that death is the end. Wow, look at this disco ball thing. I'm freaking loving that. Thank you. But we're taught that death is the end, and it's so the opposite of that. Death is pure connection, pure being, pure peace. We're not separated from our loved ones at all. We're, in fact, more connected than ever before. So it's the complete opposite of what you most likely are thinking of the concept of death. But all of that is really stuff that we can talk about a lot in meditation. So yeah, you guys can let me know. Brian, this is fantastic. Everything you're sending here. Is it Brian that's doing that? More info on intuitive coaching. Yeah, so my intuitive coaching is, we'll meet weekly on Zoom, and I believe I'm going to do it on Monday nights, Monday evenings, but they'll all be recorded if you can't come live, and I'll have a topic, and then you will do we'll do the work together at that time, because I know if I take a class and then I'm given homework, I can't do it. Like, I'll have homework too, but I call it your spiritual practice. It'll be a 10-week program once a week, about an hour and a half that we meet on Zoom. And like I said, if you miss it, then it'll be recorded so you can catch up when you can. And then we work on practical things in real life, because I am a mother of 3 teenage sons. I am a realist as real can be, but I also believe in our real, kind of mundane yet stressful lives, there's an ability to go inward that we are not taught. And the coaching is all about, how do we do this on a practical level? Like, no one's going to start levitating from taking my classes. You're not, it's not about that. It's more about that practical application of learning how to get to know yourself, self with a capital S, and what that means for you and what do you do with it. That could cause you to change your job. It could cause you to be brave to leave a relationship, or brave to get into one, or move, or take a trip you never did. I don't know. There's 8,000 different things. Grieving loved ones is a big topic, obviously, that comes a lot in my coaching classes, because obviously most people meet me because you started your own personal journey through grieving, which I always say, hold on. Double D wants me to block him, so we can make that happen. He'll probably come up with another account, which is even funnier, because I really wish I had your fucking time, because who the fuck has this much time? Oh, I almost blocked someone else. Spiritually speaking, of course. Okay. Okay, he's gone, you guys. I'm so sorry. He's an asshole. Oh my God. Could you guys imagine having so much time on your freaking hands to just like spam someone? Like, I don't know. I've got so much more shit to do than like, oh my God. I hope that guy was like 12. But anyway, or girl, whatever it is. So that's the intuitive coaching. That is what the intuitive coaching is about. I told you guys I'm salty. I'm very salty. Yeah, I wish I had that time. When something annoys me, like, I don't know, I got shit to do. I've got like clean, I could do that. I could do laundry. I'm not going to do any of those things, but I could. The last thing I'm going to do is spam somebody on TikTok. That's like the total, like, oof. That is really the pits of nothingness. But anyway, I digress. Back to my spiritual self, okay? Let's all talk spiritually. Okay, do I see any relationship in your future? Jackie. Either in 5 months or in the 5th month, which is May. So where are we? November, May is 6 months from now. Oh, so about, I'd say let's give it 7 months just to give myself some room for error here. So I want that email. I'm awesome. Oh my gosh, is people annoying? Like, I love people and then I fucking hate people. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I love people. I love people. I really, really do. I wouldn't be able to do what I do. But then it's like, who has time? Okay. Thank you, Brian, so much. You guys have to attend. You're applauding me. Thank you. Does he have anything to say? I don't think so. Oh, you didn't mean double. I'm sorry. You meant somebody else. I thought you meant double. You love me back. Thank you. Okay, Gracie. Any insight on my relationship with David? Is that the David John that I talked about before? If so, I already answered a question, so I want to make sure I go on to somebody else. A lot of you have been here for so long. Maria, can you tell me how old your son Brandon is? When he passed? I don't like to say was because your people are always here, so I don't like to say was. And then while I'm going to do a reading for her, it wasn't David John. Okay, so while I'm waiting for Maria 25. So I'm going to answer 2 questions. I'm going to have everyone else hold their questions so I can answer these 2 questions. One, relationship with David. It's like patience. You have to have patience. But hold on, I'm kind of feeling through the timeline. So I'm going to answer this question and then I'm going to answer Maria's about her son. So hold questions. David's, I wouldn't say he's tricky. That's definitely not the right word, but there's, it's almost like I see him peaking and then valleying. What do I mean by that? Like all of a sudden he's like really, everything's really, really good. And then things are really not. And I don't mean things are bad. It just means like he's really seems into everything or he has a lot of energy and then he really doesn't. So it's like these peaks and valleys. So what I would tell you is to find your, centered space. Know what you are willing to put up with and what you're not. I don't think he's a bad energy for you. And I'm the first to say, I'm usually like, leave them, go, get out. No way. They're terrible. I would say that. So I don't feel that. It's just sort of what I do feel is like you're being brought along this roller coaster with him. So I want you to find your center. So when you find your center of like, all right, you're not going to call me back? Well, I'm not waiting. Or, all right, you don't want to go away on trips and I'm going anyway. You know, whatever your center is, like don't keep changing your whole life around. See, I don't think you're really doing that, but there's moments emotionally you're doing that. So physically, you're already doing the right thing. Emotionally, you're sort of like, are we on? Are we good? Are we not? So I want you to find your baseline. Let me know if that makes sense. And then I want to go to Brandon. So everyone else hold your comments while I'm doing a reading for Maria. Let me find you again. He's 25. Just seeing where, okay. Brandon. instantly I hear is with Papa or Poppy. So I don't know if that's your dad or his dad's dad or somebody else. There also seems to be an uncle that's really kind of funny. I don't know if it's Butch or Bud, or it feels like it's a nickname name. So I don't mean like nickname of Rob and his name was Robert. It feels like a nickname like Bud, Butch, something like that. And it feels like it's kind of like an uncle to him. Let me know if this makes sense to Maria. I'm speaking to you, Maria, about Brandon. And did you have 3 children who passed? So either 2 miscarriages or 2 pregnancies that didn't come to full birth, and Brandon? Because he's making me feel like he's one of 3, but one of 3 on the other side. And if you have 3 here, he is not saying the rest are going there. These others are with him already. So Maria, if you can, his grandfather passed 1 month after him. Okay. And then tell me about the other 2, like babies or siblings. Miscarriaged 1 here. I almost think there's 2. He showed me the 2. And you would know it. You would know this. It's not like, well, maybe I did and I didn't know it, because they would know you wouldn't know, so they wouldn't like be breaking news to you. But he is making me feel like 2 siblings or with him already happened, not another one coming. So do not read into that another child is going to pass. That's not what he's saying. Who had the really thick glasses? Like the really, like black rimmed glasses. Is that the grandfather as well? And yes, everyone, please hold your comments while I'm speaking directly to Maria. That way, when I get to you, or if I get to you, then I will be able to just zoom in on your comments, because I just want Maria to comment. Yes, okay. He makes me feel like one of these guys on the other side is like honeymooner guy. Oh my God, I know his name. I say his name a lot. The honeymooner guy. Ralph, whatever his name is. Jackie Gleason, that's what I'm looking for. So he's making me feel like someone on the other side that's with him reminds him of Jackie Gleason. It's got that same kind of personality, like, to the moon, Alice, what the hell? Like that kind of personality. And he's saying he's apologizing for leaving quickly. So that means he passed fast. And when they apologize, it usually means their actions caused their passing, although his feels a little more fluky, not direct, that he caused it. So what I mean by causes it is sometimes we are like texting and driving and we pass. And so we didn't deliberately cause it, but we caused it. Sometimes we actually take our own life. I don't feel like that was the case either here. This feels almost like a fluke. Like I one time had somebody who passed of a very bizarre like food allergy. It's like, who knew? Who would know they had that? So it feels like that to me. So does that make sense too? Just Maria only should be commenting right now. Michaela, that's a good question. You can ask me on one of my other videos, and then I will do that. I'll do a video to answer your question for that. He overdosed, so he did so, but it's not intentional. It doesn't feel like an intentional one, because he's it feels like a fluke. Like, who would know that this combination would actually cause me to pass? Or it wasn't a lot, which I know it doesn't take a lot. We all know that it doesn't take a lot, but it's making me feel like it's a fluke. He's also apologizing. You either spoke to him the night before, or wait, hold on. Or this happened the night before another significant date or event. So, like either past the day before someone else's birthday or another significant day, or he's apologizing about the night before. It's weird that I'm not sure. Let me know if that makes sense, Maria. Right now I'm just talking just directly to Maria, so just hold your comments until I'm finished just talking with her, so I can get connections and messages right away from her to me. How do you get a reading while I'm waiting for Maria's response? I don't even remember what I asked Maria. Isn't that terrible by now? Totally forgot. I got sidetracked here because I was looking at other things. How do you get a reading? Join my mailing list at deborahhanlon.com. My profile's up above, and then you could get all the information on the readings. Maria is responding. And if what I'm saying to Maria is also making sense too, that's not coincidence. That's what we call that parallel message. Why don't I see Maria's responses? And I already don't remember what my last thing is, what I just said. Oh yeah, the night before, or the night, he either passed the night before another significant date, or the night before he's apologizing for. And he's talking about you holding thank you guys for reminding me, holding onto his sneakers, but they're not like brand new. They're like almost ratty sneakers, or like very worn sneakers. So does that make sense to Maria? No, it wasn't. She's not responding. Okay, good. Okay, the faster you can respond, Maria, the better. You are responding. Okay, now I see it. Do you know what he's talking about? Like the old sneakers that you held on to? It's not like new looking at all. He's kind of like teasing you about holding on to these, like, my word, ratty sneakers, or very worn sneakers. So he's acknowledging that. He's acknowledging, I don't know if you and his dad live in separate houses. So either divorced or separated. But he's laughing about you. It's almost like you guys have to share him. This doesn't make sense to me. Share him in 2 houses. That's the best way I can explain this. He's a really, he has a very silly, funny laugh. He likes to do like a lot of almost like Saturday Night Live, like impersonations, or yeah, that's the word, impersonations. He's pretending to be someone, or is taking on voices, characters. He's like doing other characters. Oh, so he was cremated. So both dad and you have separate urns for him? That might be what he's talking about. Like you both had to share him. But he's not very serious guy. He's actually, it's like he likes to poke the bear. He likes to poke the bear. And he runs at either 1,000,000 miles per hour or not at all. So like he's really, really, really hyper and almost like theatrical. There's something about him, like he overdoes these characters, and to make like people laugh, but he's like so theatrical and demonstrative. Like he's really getting into character when he does them. So he wants to remind you, like, look at me, I'm having fun over here. And he's like perfected his voice and mannerisms. And he says he never intended this for this to happen, and he didn't believe that it ever would happen. So this, like, he literally didn't think he could pass from, I know you said he overdosed. He didn't think he could. So I don't know if it's mild drugs. I don't know. But, I mean, anything can happen. My God, we could pass from a Tylenol, but not to make everyone panicked. But he's saying, like, I didn't think I was going to pass. I didn't know this was going to happen. That was going to happen. Oh, girlfriend. What's the girlfriend's first name? I'm sure I already know they're together because we're always reunited with with everyone that we know here. So she feels a little bit more, the phrase almost like running with the devil, like, but not literally devil, Scarlet, okay. Not like the devil, like Satan devil. It's sort of like now she's got an edge to her. Like he can follow rules. She can't. That's what he's showing me about her. And he is saying, no, Mom, you do have my like sneakers. You have my sneakers. Like my old sneakers. I feel like it's on almost like to attic steps or closet steps. That's what it feels like. I changed the filter again. Let me know. Let me know if that's making sense. I blocked that other person. Jocks sneakers? I don't know what those are. I think I did just block that person. To bull. I think that's the one I did. So Maria, does that, she has Scarlet sneakers. Okay, because they do keep bringing this up, like these worn sneakers. So they are, so she has been talking this whole time. So they absolutely are absolutely together. White with red stripes. You guys who are helping me, thank you. I really, truly appreciate this. Like you're really helping me because it's really hard to see and read and focus and all that at the same time. So thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot to me and it means a lot to Maria. And I feel like Brandon is like your BFF. Like he's your I know he's your son, but he's your friend and he's hilarious. He doesn't listen. I know that, but I mean, how many kids, boys do really, you know, they're going to test their limits, and he's definitely one of them that's like testing the limits. But he wants you to know he totally did not ever think that he would pass. So just know that this is not intentional. It's not even to be with Scarlet because he wouldn't have left you. And he says that there is a fairly large picture of him hanging on the wall. So this is not like on a shelf. Large picture of him hanging on the wall, and it's crooked all the time, and he's telling you to fix it so that he can make it crooked again. That's kind of how he's going to mess with you, which is one that doesn't happen to everyone by any means, but he is kind of teasing you like that's how you'll know that I'm here, because I keep messing with this picture that you keep fixing, and it is absolutely positively hanging on the wall. It's not on a shelf. Who also had, and I either might be with you still, Maria, or I might have moved on to someone else, but I see somebody with a hair lip. So who had the hair lip? And anyone could answer this. If it's only this question, though, don't start flowing in with other questions. But I see somebody I see like Joaquin Phoenix, and I see that hair lip. Hair lip is like there's a scar here because their lips were born cleft palate. What is a hair lip? Same thing, or is it not right to say hair lip anymore? I don't know. Cleft palate is another way of saying it. Cleft lip. Is it called a hair lip at all? I feel like it was, but yeah, you guys are right. It's a cleft lip. Who had that? I could feel someone's lip. Cleft lip. Yes, not me, just helping. Thank you. Wouldn't it be fun if I was like tuning? Is Rivers Pass, not Joaquin though, right? But I'm definitely feeling somebody who had that lip like that. I had a scar above my lip, but I'm still alive. Yep, I don't think it's you. My cousin had a slight cleft palate. What's his first name? The one who just said my river passed, but Phoenix didn't. But which one had who had the cousin with the cleft palate, and what's their first name? I just want that person to answer this question. So everyone pause for just a moment. And I believe this person's passed. So I don't think I'm talking about someone who's still here. I don't see that writing. But this person who's passed is also showing me, I feel like this is, oh, your cousin, she did pass, yeah. So I feel like this passing was not sudden or unexpected. I mean, I do feel like she's young, but I feel like we kind of knew that she was going to pass as if there was other physical issues, either asthma or heart issues. It feels like in the chest. So this person, a lot of times, you guys, I don't know gender, believe it or not, because sometimes I'll know just because I'll feel like I'm in a female body or feel like I was in a male body. Sometimes I don't know at all. When I look at people, it helps me by the side. Like if I'm looking at the person I'm reading, if the person I'm talking to who's passed stands to your left, that usually indicates that they're female to me. They stand to your right, that usually means they're male to me. So a lot of times I don't know gender, which is ridiculous. I know that sounds wild. But this person is making me feel like they actually opted to still have this scar because it made them who they are. But there was physical other issues that they lived with that they're very relieved that they passed, because it was a lot to take on for a long time. So they are coming through just out of the blue here to make sure you know that they still are, they're more than happier than ever before, because they're totally free from their body. So he had cancer for years. Yeah. So he had had enough. He had enough. So I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. I know, only because it's been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. That's wild. Don't forget to follow me. Don't forget, if you want to have more direct one-on-one time where I can help you process some intuitive work that we do, just email my profile. It's up here. Click here. Email my office, hello@deborahhanlon.com, and say, hey, I want to try this meditation that Deborah does on Sunday nights, and my assistant will add you and send you a code so that you can attend for free to try it, because if you don't like it, then no harm, no foul. I love it. It's my favorite thing I do, because I finally get to connect directly with you guys so I could see you. And you start learning about yourself, and not only does your intuition develop, but your life starts getting, I'm not going to say it's like a magic pill by any means, but I'll help you through those steps and those blocks of yourself to get yourself to that next level of whatever it is. Plus, it's a really great, they call it the tribe, the people who attend, they call themselves the tribe. Total strangers helping each other out. It's just sometimes helpful to hear someone else that they're struggling, because I think on social media we all hear how freaking great life is, and it's not all the time. And I think sometimes we feel really alone and lost and lonely, and like we're the only ones suffering. And this group, I do it real style. We're not all like rainbows and unicorns by any means. This is all real world. So any book recommendations? My book, I wrote a book called In the Presence of Proof, and it's literally about what the people on the other side, the people who have died, what they've taught me about how to live, and the things that their consciousness adopts when we expand beyond our body, known as death. When we die and expand, we actually have the ability to create heaven on earth in our own lives. It's just we don't know better. We don't know how to do it. So my book is a nice book about a little bit about my background, a little bit how I got started with this, but a lot about the difference between your human self and your higher self, and which one to listen to at what time. What else can I tell you? I have an online school, and I have a free course called Being in the Now that you can sign up for. And it's a 30-minute class about just how to get present and what that even freaking means, because we hear about it all the time. And it's not about like being blissed out. It's not about that. It's about really being in touch with what's going on in the moment for you. So I have a ton of stuff, you guys. Start with meditation with me, or my book, or my online school. So thank you guys. Thank you for all my moderators. The email for meditation is, if you just go to my page and you'll see my information, my website information, which is my name, DeborahHanlon.com, or you can email my office directly, hello@DeborahHanlon.com. Just make sure you spell my name Deborah, and then it's Hanlon. So it's all up there. Go up there, click on it, and then you can find my website and email and all that stuff. So thank you guys so much for staying on this long. I totally appreciate your attention and your energy and your enthusiasm and your help. I mean, again, people are good. You're good. Hang in there no matter what's going on. This moment is just this moment right now. It's not going to be forever. So whatever's going on for you right now, just before you log off with me, before you go on to the next TikTok, just take a really deep breath and recognize all is well. So hopefully I'll see you guys Sunday night, and have a good one. Thank you.